everyone, this is Tony from our Homestead Skills. Well, today I'm coming to you from my little corner of our office. Mark is out, so I have privacy here today. It's a little difficult trying to maybe do a video from here when he's around because he's always got his computer on and it's quite loud. So today I have a little bit of privacy. Normally I would shut him in here and video from my living room if necessary. Anyway, so here I am today, as I say, in my little corner. I've got a printer, I've got my computer here, and I've got a laptop that I take back and forth with me. And behind me I've got my little sewing machine. And I do have a cloth cover that I use to cover to keep the dust off. So I can wash that cloth cover and get the dust off it if I want. On my walls I do have a couple of prints that I purchased that I really like. One is called Homestead Lore. I think I've pointed to that, or at least I made a video of it when I did buy it. And yeah, this is my little spot, and I've got a big desk over there where I can do some cutting work or things of that nature. And I also have my big green cutting mats here, which I have left over from when I used to do a lot of quilting, and I still really like these cutting mats. And they also protect the oak desk, not that it needs protecting. It's pretty old. They're pretty old, solid oak desks that we have in here. So I have been catching up on some of the old chores that needed to be done. There's always something that needs to be done, but it's quite a bit different here than what it is in Alabama. Over there, I'm in a rural environment, and here I'm not. I mean, here I jump in my car, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I'm everywhere I need to be. As a matter of fact, even 2 minutes away, sometimes I can just hit the local dollar store if I want. Mind you, we do have a dollar store 2 minutes away from Alabama as well. But, here I have, let's see, at least three thrift shops within very close distance, 10 minutes away, 10, 15 minutes, depending on traffic. So, yeah, I can keep myself busy doing that sort of thing. Now, I did hit the thrift store a few times. I didn't even mention it because didn't find anything exciting or interesting there, but I learned a lesson a long time ago that unless you hit the thrift stores as soon as the doors open, anything that I might want is already gone by the next hour or two. So going to the thrift stores in the afternoon is a complete waste of time unless you're just trying to kill time or something to do. And in my case, I wasn't really looking for anything specific this time around. I mean, I have more cast iron than what I need. There are no more lovely pieces of Royal Albert china that I find, and I haven't found any in months, so I don't expect to see any there. So I go there mainly just to browse, and I have more mason jars than I know what to do with. And I do plan to pack a few of those and take them down to Alabama on our next trip. Maybe a couple of cases, 3 or 4 cases, perhaps about 50 jars of various sizes. So, and I do have some there already, but I plan to do a lot more canning when I'm down there as well. So, I have been running through some of the standard chores that you need to do. I went to replenish some of the food that we were low on here, and it surprised me how much I actually had to spend. I didn't realize that I had used up as much of the food as which is the wise thing to do, not to leave anything really fresh, and anything that I couldn't use up, I think I gave to my son. But that wasn't much either. I think I used most of it up. But I went to replenish things like vegetables and meats, and I went to my butcher and picked up some 3 pounds of ground pork, which is something I have a hard time finding in Alabama. Maybe I'm just going to the wrong spots. Here I know exactly where I have to go for whatever I want. So I picked up 3 pounds of ground pork. Now in Alabama, I could only find little packages of ground pork, and it's fairly expensive for what it is. I mean, for 3 pounds here, I think I paid $7, and in Alabama, a little package was $5 or $6, and I don't think there was even a pound in there. So I have to learn, and I don't know why pork would be expensive there. Here it's very inexpensive. But unless, of course, you buy the hunk, and I think that's, a whole thing of meat rather than ground. And I think that that's the way I would have to get pork in Alabama, is to buy the solid piece and grind it myself. I'll have to check that out next time I'm there. And, of course, I made pasta sauce with ground pork, made meatballs, and my mother always said that a little bit of pork in your sauce just enhances the flavor. And she's so right. Like, I had been making sauce down south just in beef because that's all I could find. And the pork is a lighter flavor. It's probably more what I'm accustomed to, and I really enjoyed it. So I'll have to remember to do something about that when I'm back down south. Now, the other thing that I did was get chicken carcass. I mean, here I can get chicken carcasses, and I think they're usually, depending on the size of them, there's usually like 4 in a package, and they're just pretty much stripped down to nothing, but for $2. And I make a lot of chicken stock for Mark. Now, I did make some before we left here the last time, and there's still jars in the pantry. He hasn't raided them yet, so I'm good. But I'm getting back into my old habits, so making meatballs, making chicken stock. The only thing I didn't make was bread. And other than making bread, I decided to go to my local Italian bakery, and there's maybe 2 choices I have, and they all make amazing bread, amazing bread. So I just bought a few buns of crusty Italian bread and just had that with peanut butter. Yum, 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 yum. So it's one of those things, I cannot bake bread like that. It's just not the same. Nothing that I bake, even sourdough loaves don't turn out like that. This is not sourdough. It's just crusty on the outside and really soft inside. And like I said, I cannot make them like that here. I just don't have the recipe, or just don't have the knowledge. Maybe if I work at it, I could learn. And on that note, I decided that I'm going to take at least 1, maybe 2 of my loaf pans down south, my cast iron loaf pans, and so I can bake bread down there. But it would be the soft white loaf that I make. So that's where we stand. Mark has gone out to update his passport. I've already done mine. I did mine online. And you have that choice. You can do them online or you can do them in person. He preferred to do it his in person. Hopefully he isn't sitting in a long waiting list. I think online they will take 20 days to do it, is what I've read. And in person you can get it 10 days. But I think there you have to pick them up in person, and online they mail it to you. And so 20 days plus extra mailing time could be 25 days. Who knows how, hopefully the mail doesn't go on strike. But we both needed to update our passports since we're going to be traveling back and forth more often than, this last year was quite often actually. But we have a place to be every time we travel now, so we will be doing that. And we both are updating it for 10 years. We have a choice of 5 years or 10 years, so we'll be doing the 10 years. So that was done. Replenished some of the food in the house. Got ready to make chicken stock. And what else? Oh yes, had my eyes checked. I went to make sure that my prescription for my eyes has not changed, and apparently it's just changed minuscule, so I'm either good to go with these for a while yet, or I can get new glasses if I want. I was interested in perhaps getting a pair of prescription sunglasses. Unfortunately, I cannot wear plain sunglasses anymore, and I have a couple of pair of Serengetis, unfortunately, and they are wonderful glasses, one of the best driving glasses that I've ever had for sun. And unfortunately, Serengeti does not make prescription glasses. But anyway, I did get the prescription updated, and now I'm hunting around trying to determine where I can get glasses, and I've already got two prices, one between $250 and the other one $350 for virtually the same thing. So we'll see what I do with that. I'm in no hurry yet. There's time. But I would like to get sunglasses for when I go back down south. Anyway, that's just me catching up. Yeah, getting settled in here. Pretty soon I'll be looking at what I'm going to be doing for the summer. Definitely gardening is in my agenda, and looking forward to figuring out what I want to plant in my little garden this year. But it's, it's small. Sadly, I have 5 acres down south, but the soil that I have is absolutely not suitable for garden. It's stony, and it's really hard packed. Now you would think under all those leaves and trees, and yes, maybe the top layer is really good, but that top layer is not very thick. So at best, all I can do is put in a bunch of raised beds, and I'll start with, one up on the... I have a little bed that I put to the side of the house there, beside the concrete pad. But further up, I have laid out a whole bunch of cardboard, and I'm hoping to be able to put raised beds there. But we'll see what happens. There's just so many other chores that have to be done, renovation chores that are actually very important to make life comfortable there. I'd forgotten how easy and comfortable it was here, but that's okay. It's you're trading one thing for another. Like I told Mark, there are certainly conveniences here, and there's certainly benefits to this spot, and there's benefits to the Alabama. Unfortunately, we can't have them both in one. So, the house needs a lot of work before we even furnish it. So that has to be done, number one, and that'll take money and time. So it's not going to be done overnight. It's not as though we can hire contractors and get it done. That would be nice if that were the case, but it's not. So we'll work at it little by little, and it is a project for the two of us, and hopefully I'll be able to get to a garden within a couple of years, maybe even just a little bit this summer and fall when we go back. Even just a small area to start would probably be nice. Anyway, this is Tony from our Homestead Skills, just touching base, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.